Hello and welcome to another episode of Mix Dickinson Art. I'm Michael Dickinson, and today we're going to start developing our first character. Now, typically the studio or client that you're working for will give you some sort of direction on this character, whether it's attributes that they have or background story or the type of character you're developing. But since we don't have that and we are just trying to expand our portfolio, we can do whatever we want to. Since my portfolio is very fantasy heavy, I think I'm going to try to do some sci-fi stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to do a cyberpunk bounty hunter character. Later on we can develop his weapons or ships or things like that. So you can feel free to do whatever you think your portfolio needs or is lacking, but as far as my direction, I think that's what I'm going to do. Today we're going to develop the helmet of this character. That's a good starting point because the rest of the design of the suit that he has on or his ship even can really be molded or inspired from the helmet. So that's what we're going to do. So before we even get started, I would highly suggest you gather some reference photos. I've already done that, but you can get reference photos on Google Images out of art books that you have, or going to Barnes & Noble and taking photos out of those books, or the library, taking pictures of things that are visually appealing to you, that have great design. And reference photos are just photos that we'll look at for inspiration to get our brains going. So yeah, I'll throw mine up on the screen. I use PureRef and what? Goats? Yeah, I thought it would be kind of interesting to add another element to the cyberpunkiness just to make it more unique. And I came up with mountain goats because I thought their horns looked pretty cool, and I wonder if I can somehow get that into the design of the helmet. That helmet by Mr. Draken up there, that one already kind of has that feel to it where it has those tubes coming out of the front. And it kind of almost already looks like horns coming out. So I thought I would play around with that. And yeah, so feel free to use these references. But let's get started. All right, so we've got Procreate open. I just opened a square document, square canvas. It really doesn't matter what dimensions you pick because it's not, we're just sketching right now. We're basically thumbnailing. We're going to work on an interesting silhouette that will kind of stand apart from other characters because it's going to be the main character. It needs to have some sort of element of uniqueness or just something that will stand out. So I've got reference here. Hopefully you got reference images too, or you can just use these. And yeah, we'll just get started. So we have to keep in mind that this guy here, let's write this down here. So he's a bounty hunter. So he's got to look somewhat menacing or intimidating. It's got to look mysterious. And then the other words are, cyber or steampunk. Maybe a combo. Both of them. But definitely punk. And he's got to have some sort of element of a goat, for sure. Okay, so I got to keep these notes in mind. So I'm just going to move them up here so you don't stray too far from that. And then we just start sketching, thinking of these ideas. We can springboard off of some of these ideas. So yeah, here we go. So what I like about these are the simplicity of them. They all have basically the same shape. I can see like the one by Anthony Jones, who, by the way, is an amazing concept artist. He goes by the name of Robot Pencil on Instagram, so you should check him out. But I like that lengthy helmet that kind of but it kind of emulates the goat type thing I'm looking for, the shape of the goat head. I like the goggles looking stuff. That's very steampunk. It'd be kind of cool to have, like, eventually, this is like long term, but eventually like steampunk / cyberpunk, in that there's like maybe neon or something that's implemented into his costume and ship and that kind of thing. That would be really cool. So yeah, the goggles are very staple, like, steampunk thing. So I like that. I like the simplicity of maybe having some sort of, like, everything's super flat on the McDraken one, like underneath. I like the muzzle being flat, but I do like little pipes and stuff coming out. So yeah, let's just play around with those ideas. The horns, I was thinking more like they could be like the pipes coming off the top or the tubes coming off or out. So yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts. And yeah, so we're just gonna get started. So I'm gonna draw a basic human head shape from the front. So that's the jaw area. And yeah. And then we'll build off of that. So we're just doing silhouette, which is one of my favorite parts of concepting. The very beginning, you're getting that basic shape, and it's very important. It's a very important part. So I like these horns on this first, the white goat right there. I like that they don't curve around. I like that. So maybe something like that. And then we'll just put some goggles on him and see what that looks like. So, I mean, to me, that looks kind of doesn't look super menacing, so maybe we can add a menacing element to it. So, I don't know. Let's pick something menacing from here. And it might even be a later design implementation or something. But for now, maybe I'll just throw on some simple, like, you know, something like that. And maybe I'll pull up some of these. So I'm using the smudge tool right now to just smudge up some of these lines. So yeah, that'll just be our first silhouette. Let's get some ideas out of the way. To me, that doesn't look super goatee though. You know, maybe I'll thicken up some of these so it'll look more like horns instead of little bug antennae or something. Antenna. That looks a little bit better. And I also think they're more towards, the middle of the head and not so much on the outside. So I might do that. That's the great thing about digital art. Digital drawing, concepting, is you just move stuff around. It's so nice. So nice. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll just call this one good for now. Just areas of interest down there. Okay, so new silhouette, new layer. I'm going to start the same way. Simple head design. Head silhouette. Got your jaw down here. This is the most messed up person I've ever seen or drawn. And sometimes in Procreate, I will go up to hit the eraser and it won't register. Okay, this time I think maybe I'll try to focus on more of the goat head shape. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. And then maybe, just maybe, do some more triangular stuff out here, like so. Also, as far as brush, I am just using the airbrush hard brush that comes with Procreate. So this is I really like this brush. It's just simple, pressure sensitive. Yeah, maybe we'll try to do some horn type thing out at the top there. Also, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Comment section. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do these horn things. We'll see if that works. And then maybe we'll try something a little bit different with the goggles and have them like that. So they're still kind of a big part of the mask. But they're not so round, so it looks a little bit more menacing, which is one of the words we're trying to make sure is in there. Okay, so here's a trick. So instead of trying to match this half of the mask perfectly with the other half, one of the things I like to do is just select one half that we've already drawn, clear it, duplicate the layer, flip it horizontally, and voila, boom. That looks pretty cool. All right, we'll call that one done, and then we can add some sort of, piping, tubing, all those little details later on. We're just trying to come up with that interesting silhouette. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes I like to get ahead of myself, and I'm tempted to do that right now, but we are just going to keep going. So, what should we do differently this time? Maybe we should work on more of those horns, those big horns. We should try something with those. And yeah, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Man, those are crazy horns. So one thing to keep in mind too is the element of just design in general while you're designing these things. So one of the best tips I've ever heard is the idea to keep in your design a big, a medium, and small aspect. So for example, right here, we've got, I would say, the big, which is the overall shape. The medium is like this section right here. And then the small is this thin little area up here at the top. Same with this. So big, medium, small. Sorry, for this one, we've got your big shape, your medium shape, and then maybe the eye section can be small. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe not, but we will keep it in mind. Always keep it in mind. So that's the small section. It's not super cyberpunky, and maybe we can pick something else other than the goggles that might. I can see now the eyes are way wonky. So I'm going to focus on one side. And then we'll duplicate it. So I think it still needs something cyberpunky. The goat shape kind of looks good, but it does need something more of a cyberpunk feel. So I'm looking at my references to kind of figure something out to add. Maybe. Maybe we can add some things underneath to kind of elongate the face. So maybe the gas mask type look, but that's kind of cool because it kind of accentuates the goat feel. So it looks like right there is like a nostril or something like that. And that's kind of cool. So, I don't know. Something like that. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to cut it in half again. Ooh. Not quite half. Okay, I think that'll be good. So then I'll clear it, duplicate, and then flip. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. I like that. All right. So we've got 3 fairly different silhouettes right now. I think they're all working in their own way. So maybe now we can take elements of what we like from each one and kind of smash them together and work from there. So on this first one, I do like the goggles. I mean, that's so steampunk. I like that. These are kind of interesting too. It's just not very goaty, you know? Mask automatically makes it mysterious. Or a helmet, because you don't know who's underneath. And then, as far as menacing, intimidating, I feel like this one is not that. It's just kind of mysterious. This one is way more menacing, and this one is way more menacing. I like this. I like how that looks. Kind of goes along with the helmet by Mr. Draken on the references. I do like how this looks as well. And then I actually do kind of like these side pipes. I'm not sure about the size or the curve of them at all. And I do like what's going on here. I'm not sold on these eyes. Just the slit eyes. I like the bigger eyes. So, keeping all that in mind, I think we'll move forward and try to come up with a final silhouette for this episode, and then we'll work on some more next time. maybe not silhouettes, but actually working on some more of the design. So, all right. Sure, here we go. I also like the length. I like the length. So maybe we'll keep the length. Maybe we'll even exaggerate a little bit more. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we'll do that. Now I'm just drawing half right now. I don't know if you could tell. So I'm gonna add. I think I'm just gonna try. That's all concepting is coming up with a concept. So we're gonna try this concept. I'm gonna take these guys. It's kind of like a mix between those. So maybe having them kind of taller instead of more out, because that right there looks kind of buggy. It's less goatee, more buggy. So maybe we'll do that. Then we will take that horn thing right here. We'll do both. Also, we gotta come up with a name for this person. I was thinking Ramsey. We'll do Ramsey for obvious reasons. Okay. Kind of like this. I feel like we're getting something from this. I'm going to start with, yes. Start with the goggle area. Just a circle goggle, I mean. And then we will try to make it more menacing. Which obviously is just to make him look angry. Okay, I feel like I need to duplicate and move over to see where we're at here. Okay. All right, okay. I'm gonna take these, yes. I'm gonna shrink them down. Now it just looks like he has bows, so maybe yeah. Now he's just a bunny. He's a mix between a bunny and a goat. I think what I liked about this is how they pointed in. I'm not sure if that's what actually made them look like the bug though, because on the goat they kind of point out, and I don't think that's actually working very well. So, and the nice thing, like I said, about digital art, you can just straight up just stretch it, skew it. That is kind of cool. I like the height of those things as I cut away at it. But I don't think it's working for the goat. That's kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. I still feel like it needs... Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. I feel like it needs something down here. So maybe... Maybe we'll do, like, just silhouette-wise. Something like that. So it looks like it's curling in, but it's not actually curling in. So maybe the pipes go back, something comes out the front or something like that. I do kind of like this. I do kind of like how this is going. It's interesting. I'm not sure I like how the goggles look, so I'm gonna round them out again. And I think they're too close together as well. So start over with those. And maybe let's try to just square them off a little bit. Just like squinting. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's try these. Just because I liked them last time. From our other design, and that's what we're trying to do, is just take elements we like from our initial ideas. I do kind of like that. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if they connected, maybe. Something like that. I don't like them connected. That takes away the cyberpunk-ness. So yeah, anyway, these are things to think about. Ooh. Yes. So when we do end up doing the details on the mask and actually start sketching it out, it'd be really cool to have all of this one solid piece. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to add these things at the bottom here, and that might help. Or it might not. Who knows? That's kind of cool. Yeah. Don't know. I'm not really sure I like these pipes on the side. They're kind of big. Or at least low. It's kind of weird. So let's keep this. And then maybe we'll explore it a little bit next time. So that's what I got going on. Liquefy. Let's try curving these in. To make them look more horn-esque rather than bunny ears. So that looks more intimidating. It's starting to look more like a dragon though. Which I guess, yeah, goats look like dragons. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should do one more. Let's try one more, because I feel like we're getting close to the idea. Maybe not execution. This time I really want to focus on the length. The mask again. I'll do some more of that. there, since we liked that. Oh no! New layer. Okay, so when we do that, we can just copy and paste it, and then come to layer 5, clear it, and now I've just got that guy. Okay. And then I think I'm going to skinny it down a bit. There we go. Okay. I do like the exaggerated features. I feel like I didn't exaggerate enough on these last couple ones. See, like that. That looks cool. I like that. See what I'm saying? It's close. It's close. It's close. I've got the ideas. And that actually looks like a goat, too. So I kind of like that. Maybe that goes like back like that, like Mr. Draken's type thing. And then let's draw. Yes, I think we are on to something here. Finally, like a half hour later. Yes, I think we are. I think this may be the place to stop. Like that. Maybe we'll do something like that. So this whole area here is going to be like flat. Yes, I do like this. I do like this. Okay. Okay, so to finish up, we are going to cut half of this, or clear half of this, duplicate the layer, and flip it again. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. That looks like what I wanted this guy to be. And this, I feel like, captures everything we were wanting, except for maybe the menacing thing, but we can work on that in a future video. But it captures those eyes. It captures these. It has this feel. This guy, I don't know. That was our first attempt at that guy. It is missing these horns, but I feel like this still looks like a goat. So I think we're good there. And then we'll just give him some eyes. So thanks for following along or drawing along. And if you were drawing along, you can tag me on Instagram, upload some of your art, tag me. And then, yeah, I'd love to connect with you. And if you have any questions, you can comment below. And yeah, we'll continue this design next week. Maybe actually do some more volume and sketching and working out some of the details, making him look more menacing, maybe, possibly. So anyway, thanks for joining along, and we'll catch you next time.